Good day, everyone. First, I would like to acknowledge our dear panelist, our research advisor, Ma'am Christy Haranera, our teacher in Technology Research 1, Ma'am Aja Escopete, and to my colleagues, good day. So, we are the students from VTV-TED FSM 2A, and I am John Dino Galas, your first presenter, to be followed by Rose Ann Quintana Diaz and Miss Angie Itera. So the proponents would like to present the research entitled Dessert Herbs Sambong Blumea Balsamifera Ice Cream. So you may wonder how we come up with this kind of research. So first, we think of something that is very common and yet in demand. So we have the ice cream, which has become the favorite of all ages. But in this time, we have the pandemic, so most of the people are health conscious. So how can we make people love the ice cream without being too conscious about their health? Because the food itself is health-giving food. So we aim to incorporate the Sambong, the Blumea balsamifera, scientific term. In Bicol, we call it lakad-bulan. So we come up with this kind of research, the dessert herb, Sambong Blumea balsamifera ice cream. So to start with, let's have some background of the research. So the study, dessert herb Sambong Blumea balsamifera ice cream, is an incorporation of an herbal plant as flavor to dessert, which is the ice cream. Sambong is the term used in the Philippines and is considered as a medicinal plant, whereas it provides various nutritive benefits. On the other hand, ice cream becomes too cliché when it comes to flavoring, but still in public demand. However, as they passed by, the public becomes more health conscious as per occurrence of the health threat of COVID-19. So as I've said earlier, we would like to give something unique in the perspective of spices and flavoring in foods, especially in ice cream. So ice cream is too cliche in terms of flavoring because we are used to ice cream that has a flavor to strawberry, mango, cheese, and chocolate. And so they're too sweet and very common. So we, the researchers, the proponents, would like to incorporate the sambong, the medicinal plant that is very beneficial to our health, especially to those who are facing some health problems. So to make a difference, the researchers make use of the herbal plant sambong as an added flavor to ice cream due to its availability and health-giving values. The research will therefore determine the level of acceptance of the people with regards to appearance, stability, and texture of the research outcome. Since there were limited literature and studies conducted in commercializing healthy ice creams using fruit and vegetable, this study was conducted to evaluate the acceptability and commercial potential of Sambong ice cream. So, in fact, in the Philippines, Sambong or lakad-bulan is registered as the true medicine with the Food and Drug Department and is available in tablet form at pharmacies. So it is not a sugar-based energy, but it has a nice menthol taste that is very soothing to the stomach. Sambong has antimicrobial properties that help in a lot of diseases. Perhaps one of the best benefits of Sambong is its ability to destroy the bacteria and other microbes. Coupled with its anti-inflammatory chemicals, Sambong can be used to help in the treatment of diarrhea and stomach ache, skin problems like worms and boils, sore throat, and rheumatism. So, Blumea balsamifera plants are widely used for food additives for flavoring and medicines. So now we incorporate it on a dessert, so in an ice cream, that it would be very beneficial. So we would like to know the level of acceptability of the people on how they're going to react with this new kind of flavor on an ice cream. So now let's proceed to the objectives of the research. So this study aims to develop a new product by incorporating herbal plant to ice cream, an existing product. Producing new flavor to ice cream is the main objective of this study. Specifically, the research aims to, number 1, conduct a procedure on preparing Sambong ice cream. Number 2, know the benefits of incorporating Sambong herbal plant into ice cream. Number 3, determine the factors that may affect people on tasting the product. Number 4, determine the level of acceptance of the people with regards to the following: the acceptance, stability, texture, and flavor. So those are the objectives for this research. So now I will give the spotlight to Miss Rose Andias. So thank you.
This conceptual framework illustrates what to expect or to find through the research. It defines the relevant variables for the study and maps out how it might relate to each other. This best feature out the input, process, and output of the study that will be wear out as a visual format to the conduct of the study. In the input, it includes the raw materials, which are the heavy cream, sugar, egg, and sambong leaves. And the tools and equipment that will be used are mixer, measuring tools, and canister. In the process, it contains the mise en place or the preparation of the making of the product. And then the output will be the result of the process, which will be the herbal ice cream. The study uses experimental research design with quantitative approach. The researchers want to know the effectiveness of incorporating Sambong to the ice cream product because it uses measurable data to discover and formulate facts. Quantitative research used to measure the problem by way of creating numerical data or data that can be transformed into useful statistics. The variables are the following factors: appearance, stability, texture, and flavor. It will be employed in this study to determine the potential of Sambong as an ice cream flavor. So basically, this study is experimental where we will be able to know the effectiveness of the Sambong herbal plant as the flavor of an ice cream, along with the use of quantitative approach which will help us gather data from the respondents. And for the respondents, this study will employ random sampling. The respondents is composed of 40 people who will be chosen randomly and will be asked to rate their preference on a 9-point hedonic scales during a free taste test. This study was limited in testing the Sambong or Blumea balsamifera ice cream. The respondents of the study are 40 random people from Cavite Sorsogon, Sawanga Bacon, and San Juan Bacon. Age ranges from 7 to 40 years old, 10 respondents from Cavite Sorsogon City, 10 from Sawanga Bacon, and also 20 respondents from San Juan Bacon. This study used a scorecard to determine the acceptability of Sambong ice cream, indicating the following criteria: the appearance, and the taste. So basically, this study will be having randomly selected participants to effectively determine the level of acceptance of the product in the community.
The research instrument. The 9-point hedonic scale together with the variables will be the main instrument used in the study. The 9-point hedonic is commonly used in food sciences. The 9-point hedonic scale is a scale of liking. Consumers are required to assess a product and report how much they like it. The scale comprises a series of 9 verbal categories ranging from dislike extremely to like extremely, and is described as such in various sensory texts. It is the most widely used scale for measuring food accessibility. Also, this scale was quickly adopted by the food industry and now is used not just for measuring the accessibility of foods and beverages, but also for personal care products, household products, and cosmetics. Data gathering procedure. Aside from experimentation, we, the researchers, will use the pre-taste trial as the data gathering procedure. The respondents will be asked to taste the Sambong ice cream and will use the 9 hedonic scales to rate the product. In gathering the data, the researchers will use all the available resources and references that could be found in books, portable document format, or PDF files, and different websites from the internet. These sources will be very important because it might contain essential information about the study. Statistical treatment of data. We, the researchers, will record the response of the 40 respondents. The response will be tabulated for analysis and discussion. Tabulation is a systematic and logical representation of numeric data in rows and columns to facilitate comparisons and statistical analysis. It facilitates comparison by bringing related information close to each other and helps in statistical analysis and interpretation. Using the hedonic ranking, the researchers will determine the preference of the respondents to the ice cream product. Additionally, the results in tabulation will be illustrated through bar graph in every indicator.